A wonderful morning to you and welcome to the Morning Drive on Providence Television International. My name is Ugbebo Ikekwa. We'll start off as usual with the newspaper review, and we'll be starting off with the Weekend Trust newspapers, where we'll have our first story, hashtag fearless in October. Presidency moves to stop protests. Organizers say no going back. And a second rider to that effect, no one has notified us, says police. We move over to the second story on the front page of the Weekend Trust newspapers, where we have flood kills 29, destroys 321,000 houses in Kebbi. Details on page 35. We'll move from the Weekend Trust to the Leadership Weekend, where we have our first story. 17 days after, no respite for Borno flood victims. Residents say they are yet to get any form of respite. Houses, businesses in 57 communities still submerged. Still on the Leadership Weekend, EFCC arrests ex-Taraba Governor Ishaku over 9.3 billion naira flood. And then we move to this day in newspapers. On the front page, where we have Tinubu, First Lady, Akpabio, Abbas, Atiku, governors, PDP, APC, others mourn Patience Eno. Still on the front page of this day newspapers, Bagudu, Minister of Budget and National Planning, says UK, US citizens also facing cost of living crisis, urges Nigerians to be patient with Tinubu. On the front page still of this day newspapers, stock market defies odds, gains 15.6 trillion naira in 9 months. Analysts forecast bright future, say market remains resilient. And we move from this day newspapers to the Saturday Tribune, where we have on the front page the first story, Cabinet Reshuffle, October 1 fears grip ministers. Politicians intensify lobby intrigues. Federal government to distribute 2,000 CNG tricycles to young Nigerians on October 1st. That is the second story on the Saturday Tribune. We move from the Saturday Tribune to the Saturday Times, where we have the first story, Presidency under pressure to sack Matawale over allegations of terrorism financing. A second header there on the front page of the Saturday Times, court remands man, 33 years old, for defiling 9-year-old girl. We move from the Saturday Times to the Saturday Independent, where we have a screaming header there. Nigeria loses over 5 trillion naira to pipeline vandalism, oil theft in 4 years. Corruption, poor funding, obsolete equipment frustrate security operatives. This is coming from the military. And the second story on the front page of the Saturday Independent, Independence Day. Lagos State Commissioner of Police reads riot act to protesters, troublemakers. You get details of this on page 29 of the Saturday Independent. And then we'll move to the Saturday Telegraph, where we have a screaming header. Tinubu to governors, build refineries to end fuel crisis in Nigeria. It's not compulsion, just advice. Lagos, Ogun governors excited, willing to give it a try. And that's the newspaper analysis. Please stay tuned as the next segment, the newspaper review, comes up in just a minute.